Wow, we're back. And there was a bit of... In fact, only Queen E2 was played, which is not... Okay, castles. That's a bit suspect, but we'll allow it. Um, that's a fair move. Yeah, so for a while, with castles, this had a double attack. Had to play something like this. Or, defend the knight some other way. I'm not seeing a way to. So here you've dropped not only actually that, but you have to move the queen and then you drop a rook again as well. So you go down a piece and the exchange. But there's still chess to be played. Candidate moves that look fine for white. There's this check actually, which walks into that. I suppose there's a few ways to play this. Here, I'm not so... I suppose if takes, then you're looking for an attack here. Attacks bishop. Thank you. Stream elements. Very cool. Okay, rook b4. I'm not certain about that move. Once again, this is hanging, so you can actually save your rook from hanging a few ways. And in fact, Molnea is down to his last minute. He's been thinking too long. There's a few ways he can try and disentangle himself. This is not one of them. Again, this hangs, but then there's a few ways to play. I mean, honestly, the easiest way is just here, and then, I don't know, bring pieces to the party. So we'll have to see how Molnea plays, how Murphs plays this into Molnea. He's up 6 minutes to 1, and he's got more than a few ideas here. There's actually some poison here. If Murphs goes here, if he goes here, and there is nothing done to prevent this move here, is that unstoppable? Yes. Murphs can actually lay a trap. Oh no, my rook. And then this is unstoppable, mate. But Murphs doesn't see it. Instead, he blunders at rook in one move. Nice. So here there's a few things to play. Easiest is this. And then after this, you can retake with anything, really. Probably queen is easiest because then you have a... rook is easiest because you have a direct attack there. But we will have to see how does Murphs convert this? How does Molnea try to convert this? And in fact, we see bishop takes e4 first. This is a... Well, Nea sees that there's so many attacks here. He can try to make counterplay here by immediately playing this. Queen takes and rook takes, and then at least he has an active rook here. But instead there's a knight takes. Look at that move. Finding this. Coming in with this maybe. Probably doesn't work, but now adding a third attacker here. There's this exchange which might be good for white. Instead takes a pawn. Molnare has to take with one of his pieces. Probably but he finds an attack on the bishop instead. There's a few ways to play this, and that's okay, Molnare. You can just take the bishop. You attack the bishop in one move, take it. Nice. Molnare living on the increment. You're just like me for real on Title Tuesday. And again, this pawn is attacked twice. I have to play something like this. Or otherwise defend it. There's this, which is actually an attack two ways. With multi-purpose. There's an attack on the queen, as well as defending this pawn. Activating one of the weaker pieces in black's position. Again, white has up a rook, but black has 4 pawns and a knight for it, so we'll have to see just how black manages to try and expel these forward. This is a good move. Again, attacks the queen. The queen cannot go any of these squares. Cannot go here, cannot go here, cannot go here. Has to go here, basically. Or here. Or here. So, makes a counterattack on the knight. But there's a few ways to play this. The queen can come in. Queen can come in this way as well. Anything that just holds is fine. This is also fine. But Molnare has to play these moves so quickly now. Again, living on the increment. This is why we're playing 10 plus 10. Molnare... There's an X-ray here. Does he find it? No, he instead finds the more immediate attack on the rook. Most has a few ways to win this. He can honestly just look to liquidate down. That's a losing endgame. He can play a few ways, really. Yeah, just looking to take all of these pawns is probably the easiest. Now Molnare has to find a way to defend this. There's this move here. This move, unfortunately, does not save a pawn here, but Molnare has to use Murph's time himself to calculate. This rook here... And Molnare, with 1 second left, goes 1 square too far. And hangs the rook. There's this move now. Instead, Molnare maybe looking for a kill shot here. Unfortunately, hangs that as well. He's got 22 seconds now. He has to find some way to make counterplay desperately. Bring in his queen. Give checks, see if you can't find a perpetual. There's no perpetual once king goes here, but it's the best you can hope for. Well, now though, his timer is going so low. I mean, he can even play this. He hangs the queen in one move. With no time, but Murphs doesn't see it! And now, again, there's check. But Molnea instead hangs the queen in one move again! But does Murph see it? Murph sees it, and now Molnea... Let's see if Murph has any idea of how to mate. Queen here is the easiest way. There is potential for stalemate. And I am praying against hope that he doesn't. Murphs, there's a few ways to play this mate. Just make sure every check... This walks into mate in one. Let's see if Murphs finds it. Murphs cannot play something like... Murphs is playing with fire. Murphs is playing with fire. There's a mate in 20 different ways here. Or at least coming up to. If Murphs wants, he can just push a pawn. Make a second queen. We got 5 minutes. But with Molnea getting more time as the increment comes, he's attacking the undefended rook. Will Murphs see it? With 5 minutes on his clock, he still has half of his time. He's playing this like a blitz game. He hangs a rook! And Molnea from 1 second has a minute 30. And I don't think Murphs understands that he needs a king to be able to mate with the queen. But if he goes up, there's mate in one! Oh! And Murph's up 14 points of material with 5 minutes on his clock.